So up everyone, welcome to the Power Play with CJ. Today we're going to focus in on our Washington Capitals season preview for the 2015-2016 season. Washington had a pretty busy offseason, obviously losing Mike Green and picking up two pretty decent right wingers in Justin Williams and TJ Oshie. Giving up Troy Brower and the Oshie deal and signing Williams, the three-time Stanley Cup champ from the LA Kings. I like both moves. I thought they should have been a little more proactive at the trade deadline, trying to address the right wing position. Especially in the top six, particularly on the first line. The productivity they got out of the third wheel, if you will, on the Backstrom Ovechkin line was borderline, embarrassing. And adding not one but two guys that can kind of play in that role and fit in and not be an embarrassment. Can facilitate and help out with their two highly skilled line mates. It was a win-win for the Caps, and they didn't give up too much. I mean, I thought Brower's a good player, but I think Oshie is a good bit piece. I've always said Oshie's overrated in that people think he's the be-all end-all, and it's like no, he's a good top 6 foot, probably good middle 6 foot in the NHL. You know what I'm saying? So again, I think he's a good fit here. And Justin Williams, look at his amazing track record with winning 3 Stanley Cups between Carolina and Los Angeles. 2014 Conn Smythe winner. Guy that's played in all situations. Mr. Game 7. If you look at his track record. So, resume speaks for itself. And, I think, again, he's going to fit in really well with this nucleus. I think the Caps have been maligned for. I don't think they have. They've been maligned. They've been maligned for their lack of playoff success. And, it's tough to get it done in the postseason. And I'm glad they didn't completely blow the nucleus up. Letting Mike Green walk to Detroit. Yeah, he's been an important piece, but he hasn't been able to stay healthy on a consistent basis. And you look at the improvements John Carlson's made, and some of the guys they have in the system. I'm really high on Madison Bowie. I don't know how much ice time they'll see in the show, if any, this year, but I really like what that kid's been doing for the Kelowna Rockets. And even if Orlov's healthy, him, Niskanen, they have the potential to really have a good run of it in Washington on the blue line without Mike Green's potential albatross for contract. So again, tough to see him go, but is what it is. They're able to retool and address positions of weakness, and hopefully their defense can kind of work itself out, if you will. Goaltending situation, Braden Holtby is number one. He's established himself as number one goalie in the league. I don't got to tell you guys that. Having said that, there's going to be a good competition for his backup to back him up. Kind of a three-way contest between Justin Peters. I'm just Justin Bieber right there. That would have been embarrassing. Dan Ellis and Phil Grubauer. So again, if one of those guys can really steal the reins, it'll be a good situation to spell Holtby for the 15 to 20 games he's not going to play next year. And that'd be my goal, 65 games for him. I don't want to run him into the ground. I think teams overplay their number one goalies too much, whether it's the Bruins with Tuukka Rask or the Rangers with Henrik Holmqvist, which this year is going to be intriguing because last year they had Cam Talbot to spell him for periods. This year they don't have that safety net. So that's just an aside. But again, going back to my original point, get 65 games out of Holtby. That'd be my goal. And the depth on this team is great. Whether it's Evgeny Kuznetsov, who's I think really an underrated player. I liked him coming out of the KHL when he was draft eligible, and you look at the fact that Nick Backstrom could miss some time at the beginning of the season coming off hip surgery. I think he can go up there and play center on that line and not embarrass himself and do some pretty cool things. So again, I like the way this team has been put together. I think the front office made some. First of all, they had a really dumb summer in 2014, giving Brooks Orpik that erroneous contract that is the definition of albatross. But I think they made up for it by making some shrewd moves this summer. But you buried themselves a bit of a hole. So we'll see how that works itself out. But again, I think the Caps. This is probably their. I don't want to say the best team in a while, but yeah. It's not to say that without Mike Green, but again, you never knew what you were getting with Green. They've got depth. They've got experience. They've kind of retooled that right wing position. They have a good prospect pool if they want to make a move and add some of the deadline cap situation stuff. But good teams and good front office staffs can find a way to make that work. Um, and it's going to be, I think, a fun season in Washington. Will it be like the 2007 or 2011 Capitals where the Verizon Center was rocking because they were scoring 6 goals a game and giving up 7? Maybe not, but it's going to be consistency. And I look for this team to be back in the playoffs and be a team nobody wants to face. I mean, Ovi is Ovi. I probably player I've talked about least in this piece, but he doesn't need that much introduction. I mean, he's got 475 goals. He's gonna hit 500 probably by January 1st, and getting him out there and watching him do his thing, I think is great for the game and great for the Capitals' success. So, again, I like the way the team's constructed. I've said that before about this organization, this team, but we'll see how it all shakes up. The East is pretty wide open. I mean, as good as Tampa and New York are, Pittsburgh's pretty top heavy. I can see this Capitals team finally breaking through and making a run to at least the conference finals. We'll see how it all shakes up, but again, definitely a fun time to be a fan of Washington this season. Anyway, that's like episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes of the off season and beyond. Later, guys.